Good evening, everybody. Eric in the Garden. This is our second part on cuttings. Again, many videos on YouTube that are probably much more detailed than this. I just want to do something quick. The other video we covered how I like these Sterlite containers, Rubbermaid, Sterlite, whatever you want, and they've got the clear sides and also the clear top, so kind of a mini greenhouse. We talked about the medium. One thing, as you get ready to take your cutting, make little holes with the pencil, and that will allow you for a place to put it. I've already started the Melody perfume, so took 3 of those. And what we're looking for, here's the next one that I want to take. This is Brother Hugh. So when you look at the stem itself, what you're looking for is the best is kind of in the middle of the cane. Toward the top, the bud eyes don't tend to be as big, and then toward the bottom, they tend to be more dormant. With that said, I'm going to use all of the cane to take as many cuttings as I can so I have a higher success. So the first thing you'll do at the top, just clip off the bloom. You don't need that anymore. I'll put that in a vase. Still looking very, very nice. Again, that's from Fred Wright. Bred it, and then he entered it in the most recent show. So I'm going to try to do this with one hand. I'll go down on the plant itself, and what I'm looking for are these bud eyes that come out from the leaf right there. So I want 2 of those above the soil line, and I want 1 below that will take off. So I'm going to try this middle segment first. So here's 1 set of leaves, that's the second set of leaves, and the third. So I'm going to go right above the first set of leaves here, make a cut. Again, I'm recording with one hand, so try the best I can with this. So again, here's my first set of leaf that I'm going to keep above the soil line. The second one, so these are the 2 that I've identified as a good one. And here's the third that's going to be below the soil. So I'm going to go here and cut it. So now I have my first cutting. I'll put these to the side. So this is what I'm aiming for. 2 leaves on top, 1 below the soil line. One thing I've noticed with people is there's a lot of leaves here for it to transpire. So you just kind of clip the edges off of those. So you're still leaving some leaves on there. I hadn't done that in the past, so I'm hoping that this might give me more success. So I don't have as much leaf on top to transpire any of the moisture in the plant. In fact, I think I might take 1 more off. So again, I don't have but just a couple leaves on top. So those are my top 2 bud eyes. The bottom one, let's see if I can do this with one hand. I'm gonna remove the leaf, and then I may put the camera down for a second, but I'm going to remove that bud eye right there. The camera, I know, is having a little trouble focusing in on that bud eye there. So let's see if I can do this. Let's see. So I'm gonna put the camera down 1 second. Let's see here. So what I'm doing here, removing the bud eye, and I'll show you in a second. I'm going to skim this up just a little bit. Okay. I don't know how much you could see, but I'll see when I edit this. So this is my finished product. I've got 2 sets of leaves, again, and they have associated bud eyes with them. Might be hard to make out in that video. So you want 2 above the soil line. That third one, that's going to be below the soil line. I removed the bud eye, which you can see here used to be the bud eye. Then I skimmed the bottom of them up. So 2 sets of leaves, trimmed up a little bit, and then that's probably about a 5-inch section, and skinned up at the bottom. At this point, you would dip it in rooting hormone, and then you would place it in your hole. I've had success of 50 to 75% before, and other times 0. So I'm trying kind of a kelp solution right now that was recommended. You soak it in that for 10 minutes, and then you plant it. So I'm going to give that a whirl. So again, there's much better videos out there, I'm sure, on how to root. Yesterday's topic covered the container, the medium, the labels. You can see the labels aren't, the best looking ones, but those are free, and they're from the egg cartons. So those are my 3 cuttings of Melody perfume. I am going to do Brother Hugh next. That's a pretty tall one, so maybe 3 or 4 out of those. And then the next one's gonna be Donna's Grace. Want to do one more quick thing in this video. Those are all blooms that I want to replicate. They have been shown to be good exhibition roses. Fred Wright is from North Carolina, and I live in North Carolina, so I'm thinking that his variety should do well for me. So far they have. Mr. Caleb, I can't think of any off the top of my head now, but Mr. Caleb is one that I have from him that's doing well. So you can take cuttings from a variety you want. You can also take cuttings of rootstock. So I have Fortuniana. I intend to graft onto Fortuniana down the road. So I need a mother plant to do that. These are sometimes called whips. These are Fortuniana, they're called whips. But they are what are called suckers. And I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, but here's the Cajun Moon graft. It took a beating a couple winters ago. So this is the graft, and above it, this is Cajun Moon. Well, you'll notice these suckers are coming out of the ground or down below the graft. That's why they're called a sucker. They are part of the rootstock. This can happen with Multiflora, Dr. Huey, or Fortuniana. It tends to happen more with Fortuniana. And what you'll want to do is just come down near the base and break these off as low to the plant as you can, because if left alone, this is hogging energy from the graft of your grafted variety. We'll see if I have any more. I don't think I have too many more suckers. I think maybe over on this Randy Scott I might have one. I don't see too many more. It seems like that one Cajun Moon has been throwing suckers for a while. So yeah, I don't see any more to show you, but what can happen, I'll show you this Sunny Sundays over here. This is, again, grafted Sunny Sundays on Fortuniana. This is a younger plant, so all these canes coming above this is Sunny Sundays. This below is the Fortuniana itself. So if I have anything coming down from the ground up, it is Fortuniana rootstock, and I'll just want to snap that off. But since I've got some and it seems like it doesn't have virus, which you certainly have to watch out for, I'm going to try to root that up and eventually bud on it if I can do so. So that's it. Apologize for a little bit of a long video. Again, things are winding down here in the garden. Appreciate, as always, comment below. Do you do any rooting? What has been your success? And comment below on that. I'll last leave you with this climber. Starting to look decent. I forget the name of this. Let me see my sign over here. Dublin Bay. I had hoped it would be to the top of the trellis by the fall. Not quite, but it's getting up there. Have a good day, everybody.